You've got this client or project that you are not loving. It's definitely not a perfect fit, and you have a gut niggle that you should probably drop them. But that would mean dropping the revenue too, and that feels wrong to do. So, what should you do? I get asked this question almost weekly, and the answer isn't a simple yes or no. It depends what type of revenue it is, because not all revenue is the same. And once you understand the type you've got, the decision about whether to keep it or not becomes much clearer. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 types of revenue that exist in your business and how to figure out which one should stay and which one should go. Hi, I'm Thea. I'm a former CFO and founder, and I run Calm, a program where I help business owners scale from 20,000 months to 50K and beyond without burning out. As part of that work, we look through their business data to figure out what work they do best and for who. We're finding the leverage, the sweet spot where their expertise meets client value. That allows them to scale the business with much more ease. As soon as founders get that level of clarity, they start thinking, oh, hang on a second, all of this other work that I'm doing isn't a perfect fit. That's why it's exhausting. That's why we're not making enough money. So naturally, they start asking, should I drop this client? When founders come to me with this question, I talk to them about how I group different types of income. As I said, there are 4 types, and once I've walked you through all 4, I'm going to show you exactly how to use this framework to make the decision for each client on your list. First, we have perfect revenue. This is revenue coming from your ideal clients doing the projects and the type of work that is perfect for you. This is what we've identified as your sweet spot. It's ultimately what we want to move the whole business towards. This is the obvious one. If it's perfect revenue, you keep it. That's what you're building towards. But most of your business probably isn't perfect revenue yet, which is fine. That's why there are 3 other types. The second type is R&D revenue. R&D revenue is where you want to develop something, you want to understand something better, maybe a certain client type or a problem, and you want to build solutions around it. This kind of revenue is not going to be perfect at this stage. You might not earn as much as you'd like to from it, or it might cost you more, so you've got a lower profit margin on it. It may even just break even. But the point of that revenue is not to make profit. The point is to do research and development and build out an asset for the future. Next up is marketing revenue. Marketing revenue is where it might not be the perfect project, the perfect client, or the perfect rate, but there's an element of marketing leverage you can get from working on that project or with that client. So maybe they can connect you to another network of people, or maybe they're going to refer you on, or maybe they're going to profile you somewhere. Or they may be a really high profile client, and you can then leverage that in your press or your marketing going forward. Or maybe you just know you can absolutely smash it out the park for them, so you really want to get that case study to leverage it in your marketing later. The last one is what I call imperfect revenue. Imperfect revenue is work you can do and it's fine. It's not great, it's not ideal, but you can do it and it can generate revenue. The key thing here is that we only class it as imperfect revenue if it's not giving you any R&D benefit or any marketing benefit for the ultimate business you're trying to build. It's just revenue keeping things ticking over. And you usually need imperfect revenue to be helping run the business whilst you're trying to build up more perfect revenue. This can range from anything like an early stage founder taking some consultancy gigs on the side whilst building the business, to a service business offering some additional services that they can do, but it's not really what they want to build the core of their business around going forward. It's the work that helps bolster the revenue whilst you shift your business towards perfect revenue. So once you've identified where your client or project falls, is it perfect revenue, imperfect revenue, R&D, or marketing? Here's what I want you to think about. If it's perfect revenue, amazing. Obviously, that's what we want. That is great. If it falls into R&D or marketing revenue, the thing I want you to be really conscious of is truly how much is it costing you? How much are you losing? If you were instead to be putting your team and your resources towards more perfect revenue versus what you're doing for the marketing revenue or the R&D revenue, how much are you actually investing in that as a business? And I want you to be able to see that number so that you can make a conscious decision. If I knew that was the number, would I have made that investment? Is that how I would invest it? Is that how I would invest my money in R&D? Is that how I would invest my money in marketing? If it's imperfect revenue, the question becomes, do we truly need this at this point in time? Or are we okay from a revenue perspective without it? Because any energy or resources you spend on imperfect revenue is going to be dragging down your progress. It gives you scattered focus. It could be weighing on people's energy and their mindset because they're not loving the work. It could be dealing with difficult clients and those kind of things. So you only want to keep imperfect revenue rolling if you really need it in your business. So that gives you a really clear framework for looking at any project and client and figuring out whether at this point in time, is it work that you should keep? Approaching it with the mindset of this is what it is in reality, and then making an informed, intentional decision as a business owner. Not based on guilt or obligation or fear of saying no, based on what's right for your business right now. So there you have it. The 4 types of revenue: perfect, R&D, marketing, and imperfect. I would recommend that you pull up your client list and take a minute to run through this exercise. Write down each client's name and which category they fall into. You might be surprised at what you see, because once you've got that clarity, you'll know exactly what conversations you need to have. And if you want to run that leverage exercise that I mentioned at the start, watch this video next. I walk you through the whole process. I'll see you there.